He scored only 1 goal his first season, but he went on to become the most valuable player in hockey.
Starter.
He was told he'd never start again. He came back to become the best reliever in baseball.
Starter.
Each had a dream, and when you start with a dream, where you end up is up to you.
Starter.
Never give in to it. Nobody gives up. Never give up.
Let's knock them on their backs, butt them in the mouth, knock their ass in the dirt. That's what we got to do.
They expecting a dogfight. Let's give it to them, baby.
Time to rumble.
Sports Illustrated presents the best of NFL 92 and an insider's look ahead at the 93 NFL season.
Is the all-time yardage receiver in the NFL, breaking Steve Largen's record.
Don't smile it. Wipe those smiles off your face. Get your game face on, man. Let's got it. Let's go.
Here comes John Elway. Elway's got the ball. To the end zone.
John Elway has done it again.
This guy will go down as the greatest come-from-behind player in National Football League history.
Emmitt Smith's taking it all the way. He's got the 20. He's got the 10. He's got the touchdown. And he's got the NFL rushing championship for the second year in a row. Run, 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 run! Understand? Rush the quarterback.
Jungle out there, baby, and if you ain't ready to be in that jungle, you better go home.
Come on, this is touchdown right here.
Going for the bundle, got a guy open. It is caught! Touchdown! Leaping high over the defender in the end zone.
Oh, baby, what a play!
Put that sucker in your VCR. It couldn't be more dramatic. They're going crazy. The Eagles are in the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, the decade of decline is officially over. The Chargers are going to the playoffs. Pasadena, the Cowboys are going to a Super Bowl.
California, here they come. The Bills are going to the big show. Good afternoon, everybody. It doesn't get any better than this in the AFC. It's the Bills and the Dolphins, a couple of teams that love to hate each other, with the winner going to Pasadena and the loser headed home.
In a duel between two of the AFC's top aerial attacks, the Dolphins' dream for a Super Bowl bid slipped away, while the Bills' quest to three-peat as AFC champions was within their reach.
A little screen to Thurman at the 20.
Come on, baby! End zone! End zone!
At the 15, at the 10, at the 5, and he is in for the touchdown! Kenneth Davis for the corner flag. He dives, touchdown! The Bills have scored!
Dan Marino, 1992's only 4,000-yard passer, completed less than 50% of his passes and was sacked 4 times by a Bills defense that believes actions speak louder than words.
We're going to do this with class, baby. They got a hell of a football team, but we got class. Remember that.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Field of Streams, Candlestick Park, the NFC Championship game between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys.
Not exactly a beautiful day, but hopefully it will be here in about 4 hours.
It was a battle of big guns right from the start.
Backside pressure. He gets the ball away. Downfield, right to there. He's to the 30. Touchdown 49ers. But wait, there is a flag. Holding on San Francisco. Handoff, Smith coming left. Johnston got the block, and Smith will easily stroll in. Throws it out. Smith's there. He's got the first down coming right to 5. Urban flat puts it in. Emmitt Smith carries it in.
Protecting a 4-point lead with minutes to play, Dallas put aside conservative plays to break the game wide open.
Harper's breaking away. Harper's got midfield. Harper's got the 30. Harper's got the 20. Harper's got the 10-yard line.
Big play, a game winner.
We do have one game left to play.
The Cowboys and Bills were bound for Pasadena. Buffalo was well accustomed to the spectacle of a Super Bowl and set out to put on a show of its own.
And Kelly with a draw to Thomas coming right. Little room. Come on, Jay! Carries him to the goal line. Touchdown, Buffalo. This is not the way the Cowboys have played football.
Trailing 7-0, the Cowboys refused to fall apart.
Hey, everyone listen to 1 minute. Listen. He's over here trying to help you. We have to be able to communicate with each other, trying to find out what's going on. Let's not get excited, all right? Okay, let's not get excited.
The youngest team in the NFL pulled together to make all the necessary plays.
To throw again. Going for the end zone. Novacek at the 2. Takes it in. Touchdown, Cowboys. He's going to throw. Here's Haley. Hit him and picked off in the air. Jimmy Jones intercepts and rolls in for a touchdown.
It's a 1-yard line. Giant! Giant! Giant!
4th and a yard. Kelly on a bootleg. Looking. Thrown in the end zone. Intercepted! Oh, my goodness. The Cowboys have turned them back.
Inside stuff, all that, man. Hey, inside stuff. Because they playing the outside. They playing the perimeter. They playing outside.
First down, Aikman straight drop. Throws it over the middle. Irvin at the 3. Irvin, touchdown, Cowboys. Aikman throws it right to the goal line. Irvin jumping, catching the 3. Oh, what a play. Oh, what a throw, what a catch, and what a play.
As day turned into night, the Cowboys officially turned the lights out on the Bills.
Play action fake, slips, gets up, throws a deep ball. Harper's all alone. Caught it at the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys, the portrait of a perfect team, hardly a hair out of place.
Bills are gonna go all the way and so talent screamer for your team. The Bills of Buffalo. We will beat all the best. Buffalo's the best.
Shut up! Oh, baby. I'm for real, damn it. I'm for real. We're going to pump it up, baby.
Big mouths
We're going to make history today.
and big promises have yielded small rewards. Still, the breast-feeding Bills will not go away quietly.
Buffalo is still significantly better in talent than the other teams in its division.
The Buffalo Bills have just sort of tainted the whole thing. It's so sad to see them get so close and yet not get it all.
While Marv Levy's dreams have gone up in smoke, the Patriots have drowned in disappointment. But forecasts seem brighter with Master Coach Bill Parcells at the helm.
When you've been in playoff games and championship games and Super Bowls and conference championships, that's what you coach to do. I don't have a lower standard.
And neither does Washington State quarterback Drew Bledsoe, the #1 pick in the '93 draft and the first building block in Parcells' reconstruction of the Patriots. While New England will not be home to a division championship this season, neither will Indianapolis.
I just don't like teams that play in domes. I don't think they're going to go too far. I don't see the Colts as being that big a factor.
They're kind of a head scratcher. You don't know where they're going to go. They could surprise you or they could tumble again.
While the Jeff George offense is suspect, the defense is not.
I think they got the unsung player of the NFL in Jeff Herrod, a terrific playmaking linebacker that nobody ever talks about. And I think Coriat and Entman are going to be very impactful, and they're going to prove that the Colts made 2 great picks at the top of the '92 draft.
The Jets have been lousy for, well, I guess going back to Joe Namath. To see them become good would be such a novelty. It would be like seeing a good, cheap car come out of Detroit.
Well, I'm sure Bruce will have something to say to Browning Nagel.
Why did you float that ball?
Because he had him beaten. I tried to lay it up and over the end.
We don't need the big play. You gotta rein yourself. I'm going to get mad at you.
What Bruce Coslett needed was a steady hand on the reins, someone like the Bengals' Boomer Esiason.
We got attack. Okay, here we go. Trips right, flipped.
Attack, 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 attack.
Baker Bruce!
Boomer brings an iron hand in the huddle and a soft touch from the pocket.
Still looking. Down the middle. Brooks. Touchdown.
Boomer. You're one hell of a player.
Bruce Coslett and Boomer Esiason being reunited is just a huge, huge factor.
The Jets, with all their high-priced imports, you don't know just how much impact that's going to have on their productivity.
They bring a whole package with them, though. They bring leadership, they bring Super Bowl experience, they bring Pro Bowl experience. Ronnie Lott, he brings Hall of Fame experience.
Let's knock them on their backs, butt them in the mouth, knock their ass in the dirt. That's what we got to do.
The Jets' hard-hitting defense with rookie Marvin Shade Tree Jones is both remorseless and resourceful.
It's going to go for a touchdown.
But in 1993, this team is not yet ready for something.
Big, prime time.
Like maybe the Dolphins.
We see what we made of, baby.
We riding them Buffalo all the way back to Miami. You're the Buffalo back. We own this back. Yeah.
If I had to pick a dark horse, I'd pick the Miami Dolphins in the AFC East.
Keep going after their ass. Keep going after right in their face. Right in their face.
The young defense is a new strength, but an old power still holds the key to this season.
We're entering the final Dan Marino years in his chance to lead a team to the Super Bowl.
Marino's quest may be hindered by a dramatic weakness.
Running never has been their strong point. It's always been an annoyance, but never a thing that's going to beat you.
Heaves the bomb. Downfield for Duper. Touchdown. Throws for the corner of the end zone. Keith Jackson, touchdown.
Free agent receivers Mark Ingram and the Patriots' Irving Fryer, number 80, will be explosive new elements in the Marino mix. The Dolphins may have enough talent to dethrone the Bills, according to some expert observers.
The question's going to be asked, what about your past losses? Say, hey, we're just getting ready to win the Super Bowl.
Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun, all right? Let's do it. Everybody together.
The Bills' Super Bowl futility can be traced to a mobile but undersized defense which lost valuable linebackers Carlton Bailey and Shane Conlon to free agency. However, this inability to defend is balanced by an ability to score at will.
Good player. Check this out. Second down and about 5, and here is a reverse coming up to Reed. Reed and a lateral to Kelly and a flea flicker.
Although the passing attack will be helped by former Colt Billy Brooks, it is the running game that fuels this offense.
I believe that Thurman Thomas is on a mission this year to have a better year than he's ever had. He wants to establish himself as one of the great players of his time.
Touchdown! It is 46 to win, baby. That's how you do it, Marcel. You gotta have a 1-2 punch. Thurman trying to get.
But will the 1-2 punch of Thomas and Kenneth Davis turn these perennial contenders into NFL champions? Or once again, NFL chumps?
It'll be a wild day today. Real wild.
Fear of the dog pound again starts today.
You talk after the game, not before.
Let's have some fun playing football our style. We control the tempo of this football game today. Now let's go. Let's rush.
It has become football's most evenly matched division.
That's a big play, big man. That's a big play. That's the way to cover.
Over the last 4 years, it has been won by each of its 4 participants, and there is no clear indication as to which of the 4 will take its turn as division champs this season. The only certainty seems to be a long season of growing pains for the short-in-the-tooth Bengals and David Shula.
The one good thing about the Bengals, I think, now is that they've got a quarterback in place that I think is going to be their quarterback through the 90s. I do think that David Klingler is going to be successful there. He's going to run for his life just like Boomer Esiason did the last couple of years because his offensive line is not very good now. They lose Anthony Munoz, potentially could be playing with 3 free agents on the offensive line. So they're really going to have to struggle to be competitive again. I think Cleveland, through sheer Bill Belichick and Art Modell will, is going to challenge both Pittsburgh and Houston. I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Browns won this division.
Belichick's defense is developing a bite as nasty as its bark, as top dog Michael Dean Perry, number 92, will be teamed in the middle this season with former Lion All-Pro Jerry Ball. A main concern in 93 is the health of often battered quarterback Bernie Kosar. If Bernie can't stay healthy, it could be Vinny to the rescue, as Testaverde and receiver Mark Carrier were plucked from the Bucs in hopes of boosting a virtually non-existent passing attack. If the Browns can put more points on the board, Belichick may have just enough firepower to bring the division title back to Cleveland. And while the time seems right for the Browns, it may be running out for Warren Moon and the Oilers, who saw another Super Bowl season slip away in last year's playoffs.
I don't think you can lose a game that you're ahead by 32 points and not have that affect you forever. Jack Pardee sometimes looks befuddled out there. I think he's a nice guy and the players like him, but since he was on the sidelines when they were beaten in such a humiliating way, I just wonder if that might not always have an effect on the people who play under him. And I think the mental aspect of losing that game is just going to stick with him for a while until they get a lot of new faces around there.
The new regime begins with defensive coordinator Buddy Ryan.
If Houston had Buddy Ryan last year, they probably would have made it to the Super Bowl.
You know what we got to do is go out there and get a win. On 3, 1, 2, 3, win!
Looking, lofting it down near sideline. Jeffries at the 5. He's a touchdown. Haywood Jeffries.
When it's on target, Houston's run and shoot is as explosive as any offense in the NFL. But one has to wonder how much ammunition is left in the 36-year-old arm and battle-scarred psyche of Warren Moon. Houston may have the best overall talent in the division, but Pittsburgh possesses perhaps its single brightest star.
If Barry Foster puts together another year that is the approximate of what he had last year, you got to consider him as possibly the best running back in the league. I mean, there were some games last year where he was everything for the Steelers.
Give to Foster. Somebody came through there very fast and missed it. Foster running, coming down the sideline, the 40 to 35 to 30, running for near life, the 20 to 15, the 10 to 5. Hit into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
They have to have a top quarterback situation. They have to have a top-level quarterback. Neil O'Donnell is a good, functional quarterback. You don't know whether he's ready to step up to that top rung, and that's what you need.
What Pittsburgh has plenty of is emotion, drawn straight from the heart of second-year coach Bill Cowher.
You get outside the tight end. If you want to get a two-point stance, you get where you feel like you can rush the quarterback. You understand? Yeah. Rush the quarterback. I want you to challenge and ask, and we're involved in man-to-man. You understand me? I don't give a you get the challenge.
In 93, Cowher's defense should be even further inspired by free agent Kevin Green.
If you ain't selling out now, take it on in. If you ain't selling your ass out, take your ass on in. Now get after the ball. Get to somebody.
In 1993, the Steelers will need another jolt of Cowher power if they hope to hold off the Browns and Oilers in football's most unpredictable division race. In 1993, quarterbacks will determine who wins the AFC West. It's no longer a division of the haves and have-nots, because in the offseason, 3 teams moved to upgrade their quarterbacks in order to keep pace with the 2 who already feature quality field generals. Last season, number 12 Stan Humphries arrived in the preseason and solved San Diego's quarterback worries by helping to turn the Chargers into division champions.
Humphries off play action to throw, going for the bundle, caught at the 5, touchdown San Diego!
The Chargers are banking on Humphrey's gutsy leadership and strong arm to propel them back to the title. Yet the loss of several free agents, along with a tougher schedule, suggests that last year's cakewalk just might be over.
Humphreys, bootleg left, touchdown.
Still, the Chargers enter the season with the confidence of a champion and stability at quarterback. The Seattle Seahawks, on the other hand, start with the same quarterbacks who stumbled to 2 wins last season, plus an unproven rookie in Rick Meyer, number 3. Even with one of the league's best defenses, it figures to be a long year in the Great Northwest while Meyer learns the ropes. The Raiders' Art Shell is again feeling the heat, mainly because of the play of his quarterbacks and perhaps a little impatience on the part of the organization.
If things are going bad, they have a little bit of Steinbrenner in them. If they've had 8 or 10 bad quarters of football in a row, they aren't afraid to sack guys to try to shake things up. I think that what the Raiders have to do is settle on an offensive guy. With the acquisition of Jeff Hostetler, I think you're going to see less of a reliance on the deep ball, on the home run threat, and more of a reliance on the intermediate stuff.
The Raiders are the only team in the division who expect to improve with the addition of a quarterback who has led his team to a world championship.
Hey guys, we're one together after one thing. Respect. Let's go.
Kansas City Chiefs have always featured rugged defense. This year, they'll also showcase an offense that figures to improve with the addition of a new offensive coordinator, Paul Hackett, as well as a quarterback with Hall of Fame credentials, Joe Montana.
The Chiefs with Joe Montana are a different team. He never had stupendous arm strength, so you can give him a bionic arm. You can remove his elbow entirely, and it's not going to make all that much difference. Because what he can do is make those reads. This guy is maybe the greatest quarterback that ever played the game. At the end of games, when you need a touchdown, you need a score, I think his blood pressure goes down and his pulse slows down. Far from getting rattled, I think the guy relaxes.
When a situation arises that may well determine the outcome of the football game, this guy has the combination of talent and competitive spirit and ability to get things done.
Schottenheimer and the Chiefs are gambling on a legend who has only played in 1 game during the last 2 seasons. Yet that performance suggested the risk will be worth it.
Montana to throw across the middle. Brent Jones, touchdown.
Having directed 25 come-from-behind victories, Montana now allows the Chiefs to match up with the only other QB in football who is Montana's late-game equal, Denver's John Elway.
It's went out right here. Look at it. That's what it is right there. You're so full.
Cut up. Ace left up. Lou 19 double slamming special. Wing 9 on 1-on-1.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
30 times during his career, Elway has driven the Broncos to 4th-quarter victories, and for the first time in a long time, Denver has taken steps to help their franchise quarterback. The free agent signing of offensive lineman Brian Habib of the Vikings and Don Maggs of the Oilers should provide needed protection, and former Chargers running back Rod Bernstein will add power and versatility that should complement Elway's late-game heroics. In 1992, Elway's 2 touchdown passes in the game's final 2 minutes against the Chiefs was another in a long line of clutch performances. And this season, guided by a popular new head coach, Wade Phillips, Denver figures to be right back in the playoff hunt.
Elway's got the ball to the end zone.
In 1993, look for the winner in the AFC West to be the team that gets the ball last.
I think it would be the biggest upset in football this year if the 49ers didn't win. I think although the Saints are close, the 49ers have just a huge mental edge on them. They always beat them in close games.
And Young looking to the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Brent Jones, the leaping catch. People here, they think that's what Joe Montana would do. Steve Young took this 49er team right down the field.
Barring major injury, you're going to see a 3,500-yard season from Steve Young.
Touchdown, Jerry Rice.
A 1,200-yard season from Ricky Waters.
Lets it go over the middle, complete to Waters. Inside the 10, 5 comes to his right. End zone, touchdown, 49ers.
And the typical Rice and Taylor performances.
Goes for Jerry Rice. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown, 49ers. Highway 101 belongs to Jerry Rice. Next exit, Hall of Fame.
I just really like their chances to make it to the Super Bowl.
We're ready if we get an infusion of some young talent, because football players win football games, and the talent level, quite honestly, last year was not where it needs to be to compete with San Francisco and New Orleans and Atlanta. Jim Everett, first of all, has more physical skills than any quarterback I've ever had, and he played very well for us last year. What we need to do is surround him with a little better cast so that we don't have to go into a game and have to fall on Jim Everett to win the game himself.
That's horse football, Shively. That's the stupidest thing I've seen. That's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Now, when I take the nose out, give me a DB that's not in the 8-pack that has a brain.
The Glanville mystique is, I might say, wearing a little thin. Probably isn't helped by the fact that every other week Deion Sanders is flying in by helicopter and being dropped off in the end zone at the kickoff, and then picks up his glove and leaves.
To the 20, cuts outside to the 25. He's off to the races. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Kiss him goodbye, baby. Deion scores the touchdown. Unbelievable. What an amazing athlete. He just ran for extra bases.
They have a good offense. Chris Miller is an underrated quarterback.
Points, looks, fires. Pritchard's got it. Touchdown.
Andre Rison at times looks to me like a Hall of Fame wide receiver.
Floats it in the left corner of the end zone for Rison. He's there. Does he have it? Touchdown.
Gambo! They got better sounds than we do. I want an executive meeting on music and speakers. We'll have it Monday. We got to crank this shit up.
They're a team that maybe is on its way to something, but I'm not sure exactly what that is.
New Orleans has to figure out how to play offense in the second half. That's the real failing of that team.
Runs around. Holt almost got him, but didn't. Throws toward the end zone. It's up in the air. Intercepted. 49ers intercepted.
A loss hurts a heck of a lot more than a win is fun. A win is fun, but not losing is more fun than winning. You understand what I'm saying?
104 remaining. Wilson to pass. Looks in the flat. Throws. Yeah! It's intercepted by Troy Cook to the 40.
Defensively, they're among the 3 or 4 best units in football. I just think that until they straighten out their offensive problems and come out able to be more explosive, it's going to be very, very hard for them to compete with the 49ers.
To me, one of the most critical factors was the fact that the team came together. The year before, I think, was somewhat polarized, and people were evaluating what somebody else was doing as opposed to really what they had to do to help us win football games.
In the backfield, Young to throw, sets up, tucks it in, runs away to his left, has some space. He's got lots of room. 35, 30, stays in bounds. He's to the 20, 15, one man to get by. He's to the 5, carries him into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Oh, what a play. What a play by Steve Young.
I think this year you're really going to see the full range of what Steve Young can do as a quarterback. I think the game has been a big mental game for Steve in these last 2 or 3 years, and although he won't say it, there's a huge, huge weight lifted off him now that Montana's not there anymore.
To just sit there and be biting at the bit, driving yourself crazy when you get on the field, and you couldn't. That was a lesson in patience.
Drops back to throw, goes over the middle, and it's caught. Touchdown 49ers.
I guess that's the one common thread in a lot of guys' careers is, your overnight success in 10 years.
Rolls out to his right, looks downfield, gonna run for it. He may get there. He does. Touchdown 49ers.
They've got the best winning record in the National Football League over the last 10 years, by far. I mean, the other teams, the second-place team isn't even close.
Come on, Steve, let's go!
I like San Francisco to be the best team in football this year, to beat Dallas in one of the best NFC championship games of all time, and then to go to the Super Bowl and to beat San Diego in a lopsided Super Bowl.
Sorry, Vikes, but 'tis the season for the Packers. First of all, they just love that Central Division weather. And they're a very close team.
Brad, can you go, baby? Yeah. Give me here. Let me kiss it. It's all right now.
Break out the cheese balls and the brew, the Pack is back. They're the Favorites. And barring a case of snow blindness, they're looking sharp.
Sterling Sharp cut the ball at the 10 and to the 5, and he walked. Oh, he fumbled the ball. He didn't get down and gets in the end zone for a touchdown. He may have been fooled by the snow.
And maybe sunstrokes to blame in Tampa.
Nobody smiles yet. Nobody's smiling yet.
After a 3-1 start last year, Sam Wyche warned them not to get too cocky. But did they listen? No. And they got hammered in 10 of their last 12.
Tampa Bay is one of those funny teams. Maybe they need to change the color. It might be that orange that's holding them back.
Oh, man.
It's wonderful that Vinny Testaverde left. It's like having something removed from your body that just was bothering you the whole time. Whether you like Vinny or not, they're sort of without a quarterback. I'm not sure Erickson is the answer, and Steve DeBerg has got to be 50 or 60 years old.
While the Bucs move on without Vinny, the Bears are beginning a new era without two legends.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. We're going to be here all day. We're going to be here all day, baby.
10-time All-Pro Mike Singletary retired. Hall of Fame head coach Mike Ditka was fired. And former Cowboy defensive coordinator Dave Wanstead was hired.
Lock out. Get outside. There you go. Good. Hey, you see what Jesse did right there? That's the worst scenario. Is it we get
Everybody
outside.
loves Dave Wanstead. The defense will be sound. Of course, the era of the Bears defense controlling the game and just making sure the offense didn't screw it up is over. The offense now has to step it up a notch. I don't know whether it can do that.
If an improved line can unleash Barry, there will be plenty of offense in Detroit.
Fights free. He's on his way. 25, 20, 15, 10, and he scores. Unbelievable.
Barry Sanders is the single greatest player in football today. Either side of the football, any team.
This year, I see the Detroit Lions having a comeback because their weakness was so precise. They needed offensive linemen. They went out and got them.
Only Barry Sanders.
I see Barry Sanders as being able to lead them to another championship.
Acquiring All-Pro linebacker Pat Swilling means that Detroit can now match those tough Vikings hit for hit.
All right, we're swarming on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Turnovers were something that we really emphasized throughout training camp. There were certain games where our defense literally got into almost a feeding frenzy.
Gotta get in a frenzy, Mike. Come on, feeding frenzy.
Rock their world, big dogs. Sacks, interceptions, fumbles would not only just be big plays in themselves, but would create other big plays, which were turned into touchdowns.
This is a team that, like Pittsburgh, I think did a lot on emotion last year. I just think that if they don't improve their play at quarterback this year, they could be headed from the heady excitement of playing for Denny Green to an 8-win season.
I don't think Jim McMahon is the answer. He just has really been battered, and he's not a big man. Jim McMahon 5-6 years ago, yeah. Jim McMahon now, I'm not sure. His shoulders have been hurt, his knees have been hurt. There's a limit to the beating you can take. But he does have the smarts, so at least they have a leader on the field for them.
That's precisely what Green Bay got in future Hall of Famer Reggie White, the ultimate free agent prize.
Every individual, get yourself Let's get back to playing football like we started out the first 4 games, right?
He's such a great player that you can't overemphasize the effect he can have on the team itself. You haven't had a guy like that in Green Bay, maybe ever. And I can just see Reggie White in the snow coming down in short sleeves and dominating an entire side of the opponent's offense.
Obviously, the addition of Reggie White is huge. Now, you look at the rest of their team. You know, it's going to have a really, really tough front seven. I think they've got some underrated linebackers. And I think that what they're going to do this year is really attack people defensively. Ray Rhodes loves to play an attacking style.
They showed a lot of promise last year, and sometimes you can think, yeah, you know, we're a 12-4, we're a 13-3 team. We got this win, we got this win, this one. They've got to go out and beat those teams in their own division.
With blossoming star Brett Favre and record-breaking receiver Sterling Sharp, the Packers will do just that, and perhaps much more.
And Brett Favre is going to throw on first down. He pumps it. Now he goes wide open. Sterling Sharp. He caught it at the 40, at the 35, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown for Sterling Sharp.
I think Brett Favre is the MVP in this league this year. To me, he has everything you want in a quarterback. Great field presence. He has a great knack of knowing who to throw to. Just looks to me to be like the real rising offensive star in this league right now.
Mike Holmgren, the Minister of Defense, and a little Farfignugan, could carry them to the end of the rainbow, where they'll find a pot of gold and green and a Central Division title.
I don't see any other division that has overall incredible skill and intensity and ability to play hard football that this division does.
This is big football, baby. This is what the Rose for. It's going to be a dogfight. Hit balls from the throat. Major capital punishment. Circa Hammer is punching the goalpost. Put somebody in that wants to hit.
He's diving. He's in. Bravo! Oh, this is incredible. This is one of the very best. He swan dives into the end zone, leaping and making a circus catch.
And he's got the NFL rushing championship for the second year in a row.
A tremendous goal line stand by the Eagles defense.
Prolific pass receiver in the National Football League history.
And Dallas, your Cowboys are the champions.
Welcome to pro football's heavyweight division, literally.
You need another pizza, Davis. What are you trying to catch the refrigerator, Davis? Go on a diet.
For 3 years, it's been a steady diet of Super Bowls for the NFC East, and for many 300-pounders, it's just been a steady diet.
300-pounders, Keith Rucker from Ohio Wesleyan. Michael Banks from Sam Houston State. Mike Jones, NC State, Wolfpack. Eric Swan, no college.
It doesn't take a master's degree to realize the Cardinals need to get stronger if they're to move to the head of the class in this division. But then again, when you act like a musclehead, you often wear a dunce cap. Phoenix did make some intelligent moves by signing Steve Berline and Gary Clark. Joe Bugle can only hope they'll lead the Cardinals to their first winning season in 9 years.
If they're not over 500, I think Joe Bugle will get the axe.
Ray Handley might have preferred the axe to the prolonged torture he suffered in New York. Now the job belongs to Dan Reeves, who wasted little time terminating the Giants quarterback controversy.
I love the way that Phil Simms plays, and I don't care if he's 80 years old. I still would have taken him over Jeff Hostetler.
Directly behind Simms again. This time McCaffrey's in motion. Simms is looking in the end zone. He throws. Touchdown, Baker!
Simms will have some new targets in Mark Jackson and Mike Sherrard. But his primary task should be to hand off to 1,000-yard back Rodney Hampton. If the Giants are to succeed in '93, though, they must improve defensively.
Defensively, some way, somehow, you got to find a way to rush the passer. That will be the Giants' Achilles heel, no Lawrence Taylor, pun intended. And I think that if they can find a way to rush the passer this year, they're a 9-win team. I don't think they're going to, so I think they're going to struggle to 7 or 8 wins.
Strong defense has long been the product of Joe Gibbs' successor, Richie Pettibone. He'll look for another All-Pro year from Wilber Marshall and hope his offense returns to its Super Bowl form of 2 years ago.
I see their defense being very sound, and I think it's going to have to carry that offense.
If that offense is to improve, Desmond Howard, who caught just 3 passes his rookie year, will have to do much more than return punts.
After losing Gary Clark to free agency and needing a real go-to guy as a receiver.
Oh, was that fun?
I think as the year goes on, you're going to see some real lightning from Desmond Howard.
Mark Rippon didn't produce much of anything last year except indecision and interceptions. He went from Super Bowl MVP to the lowest-rated passer in the NFC.
Mark Rippon's era in Washington could be at an end if he has a poor year this year.
However he plays this year, people will probably say this is the real Mark Rippon. And if he has a bad year, they'll say the Super Bowl championship was just a fluke.
People in Philadelphia are starting to wonder if Randall Cunningham ever will play in the Super Bowl. Entering his 9th year, he's won just 1 playoff game.
I don't think the Eagles can win a Super Bowl with Randall Cunningham. I've seen him do some spectacular things. I've seen him single-handedly win games. Everybody has.
It's the Rambo Show.
But his overall vision of the field and his ability, if you will, to be confused at times, to appear to be confused anyway, I think would prevent the Eagles from ever just marching straight to the Super Bowl.
Listen now, Tank was wide open, and I know you're thinking of getting away from the rush, but let it happen in its normal progression.
The normal progression for Philly's gangrene defense has been to the end zone.
Everybody fears the Eagles because they can inflict great damage on you. They get on a roll defensively, they can hurt people. Of course, you know, that was with Reggie White.
Reggie's gone. Tim Harris is in. But his famed 6-shooters will have to be mighty accurate if Philadelphia is to knock off
America's team.
All hail the reigning champs, who hope to high-step their way to another Super Bowl.
Coming right, trying to outrun the coverage, makes a cut, gets it. Oh, he's still going. Oh, he's going to score. He's got the 5. It's a touchdown.
Emmett, Troy, Michael. What are the Cowboys without stars? And they also have the
#1 defense in the league. #1 defense in the league. Dallas Cowboy defense unconscious.
And Fuhrer with a toss left. It's fumbled, and Russell Maryland grabs the fumble in midair.
from worst to first in just 4 years. They're not America's team. They're Jimmy's team.
There is not a better planner or a coach or an architect in the NFL right now than Jimmy Johnson.
Right back, Jim. We're going to be fine. We'll get it right back.
The guy is the best coach to come into the NFL probably since I've been alive. He's got a knack for getting every player to play at his peak.
Dallas's peak appears to be a considerable step above the rest of the leagues, and that could mean a second straight title.
Cowboys, to me, are perfectly poised for the next 3 or 4 years to contend every year as maybe the favorite for the Super Bowl. There's no doubt about that.
I don't know how you play against them. I don't know what kind of game plan you'd come up with. Just a fabulously dominant team. They just have people at all the positions you want them at.
I don't see any way you can head off Dallas. I mean, they're so clearly on the rise with that youth. They just seem to have everything.
How about them Cowboys?
Fourth down to throw. Pressure, sacked by Jethro. And fumble. And